Psalm 114 is a poetic reflection on the Exodus, focusing on God's power and presence during Israel's journey from Egypt to the Promised Land. The psalmist begins by describing how the Israelites departed from Egypt, a land of oppression and slavery, to become a nation of God's chosen people. He highlights the awe-inspiring nature of God's intervention, causing the sea to flee at His presence and the Jordan River to turn back. In the midst of this reflection, the psalmist describes the response of creation to God's power. He personifies the sea and the Jordan River, imagining them as living beings that flee and turn back in the presence of the Lord. The psalmist emphasizes that creation itself responds to the power and majesty of God, trembling before His presence. The psalmist then reflects on the significance of these miraculous events. He describes how the mountains leapt like rams and the hills like lambs, illustrating the earth's response to God's power. The psalmist marvels at the way God's presence transforms the natural order, causing creation to respond with awe and reverence. The psalm concludes with a call to worship. The psalmist invites the earth to tremble before the Lord, acknowledging His power and majesty. He affirms that the God of Jacob is the one who turned the rock into a pool of water and the flint into a spring of water, demonstrating His ability to provide for His people even in the midst of barrenness. Psalm 114 serves as a poetic reminder of God's power and presence, inviting all creation to respond with awe and worship. Let's now read Psalms chapter 114. When Israel went out of Egypt, the house of Jacob from a people of strange language. Judah was His sanctuary, and Israel His dominion. The sea saw it, and fled, Jordan was driven back. The mountains skipped like rams, and the little hills like lambs. What ailed thee, O thou sea, that thou fleddest? Thou Jordan, that thou wast driven back? Ye mountains, that ye skipped like rams, and ye little hills, like lambs? Tremble, thou earth, at the presence of the Lord, at the presence of the God of Jacob, which turned the rock into a standing water, the flint into a fountain of waters. This ends our reading of Psalms chapter 114.